Hey, it's James Potenza, that new Construction Realtor. We're at Meridiana, and we're going to look at this Coventry home behind me. We're going to walk through there and see what we can see. Make sure you guys give me a call if you're looking in the Houston area to buy a new construction home. We'll set up a phone consultation, and we'll get you going from start to finish. All right, let's go take a look at this home. All right, so again, Coventry Home in Meridiana. There's my office right there. And a little muddy out here, but what they do is they put this mulch here, so it makes it a little bit easier to walk. So I have not been through this home, and it's been a while since I've been inside a Coventry home. So we're gonna learn this together. So right off the bat, they are ready to put the sheetrock in. Obviously they got the sheetrock there. But even if they didn't have the sheetrock, I could tell that they're almost ready because they got the insulation up. Let's go see. So this stage is perfect territory for getting a third-party inspection. And the reason I say that is once they drop the sheetrock, they're going to cover it up and you won't be able to get anything in there. You won't be able to see anything in there. But your third-party inspector will be what's called a pre-sheetrock inspection. And they check everything in the walls before they cover it up. They look for all the straps. They look for the framing. They look for nail guards. And I do these videos for my clients at all different stages of the build process. And I come in here multiple times throughout the whole build process, from the slab to various parts of the framing. They have the rough framing, then they have the sheetrock, then they have the rough sheetrock. They call it a rough out. And I look through the house as if I was an inspector. I hang around a lot of inspectors and I go through all the inspections. Even though I'm not a licensed inspector, I do know what they're going to be looking for, and I can help point that stuff out ahead of time, or even with your inspector, and then we can bring that up to the construction manager to make sure that they're fixed. So we'll look for that. Nail guards, because of the plumbing or electrical, or whatever's behind here. Obviously this is plumbing, but you're going to need a nail guard so they don't poke a nail in there when they hang the sheetrock, or if you decide to hang a picture. So nail guard, nail guard, nail guard, nail guard. And this is PEX plumbing. They call it PEX. There's different brand names, but basically it's plastic lines, and it runs throughout the entire house. It's much better than copper, and it's somewhat resistant to freezing as opposed to copper. Now this is on an interior wall, so you don't have to worry about that. They don't even have to wrap it because it's in an air-conditioned space. But on your exterior walls, and that's what happened in the big freeze we had a couple of years ago in the Texas area. That's what happened. They had copper pipes that were on the exterior wall that might not have been insulated as well as they should have, typically in older homes. And so they burst, and it made a big mess. Yeah, so I'm just looking for some exterior plumbing. Yeah, here we go. So this is going to be exterior plumbing. They do wrap it still, even though you have all of this insulation, even though the actual exterior is there, you've got that insulation barrier. So they did a good job. I mean, everything has to be wrapped that is going to be on the exterior wall. And you'll see insulation exterior. But sometimes you still have very, very cold weather. With that PEX plumbing, and that's that plumbing line inside the plastic, it has a little bit more resistance to flex, to freeze. I'm not saying they don't freeze, but you have that little bit of insurance. So PEX plumbing is good stuff. Yeah, it looks like they're not quite done. Okay, yeah. So once they put the sheetrock up, then they'll come in the attic and they'll blow in that real thick, fluffy insulation that you've seen. Yeah, so we'll do that. Again, this is a Coventry Home. So I'm just kind of getting acclimated to where we're at as far as living area. So there's your fireplace. So again, we're walking this together, just you and me. And that is going to be a huge sliding glass door with windows on top. So you probably don't want to open that sliding glass door, and they go all the way. I mean, that whole thing will be, only that much will be glass, the rest of it will be open. They're really cool, but on a day like this, you probably don't want to open it up. But here in the Houston area, we have some nice days where if you want to maybe open up a window, actually those don't open, but find a window that does open, and then you'll get a nice breeze going through here on a nice sunny day. Kind of cool. Yeah, so here's the master suite. There's that curved, that's a Coventry Home signature curve right there. There's a lot of ways, I mean, a lot of ways that you can do this. But just that little bit of curve right there just gives this room so much depth. But engineering-wise, it's quite complicated. It all starts with the slab. Obviously, they have to pour the slab, and there's a lot of support in there. And I'll put a link to the video of a Coventry foundation. That, in fact, we just got done doing that, so I'll put a link in there to that video. And then you'll see what I mean about that curve. So this is a shear wall. Anytime you have OSB or oriented strand board, it is a basically plywood, and it supplies the support needed on an interior wall. And I don't see any more, just browsing around. But this one is interior, so that is a shear wall. Yeah, so you guys let me know in the comments what you think as I'm walking through these homes. We have over 100 videos of me walking through homes. I think we're up to about 115 or something like that by now. We walk these homes with all of my clients, and we educate them and ourselves through the entire home buying process, or home building process, sorry. And I can really tell you which home builders are better than the others. This is going to be a nice room too. Wow. That's going to be a big room. Oh, that's not going to be a room. Or it might have a door here. I wish I had the floor plan drawing. Might have a door here, but why? It's going to have a bathroom, its own bathroom. So this is like a mother-in-law quarters or a second master bedroom. It doesn't have the big bathroom like the master would. I think this isn't no bedroom. Oh, this is a media room. Aha! The reason I know is it's a room, no windows, and they already have the conduit for the low voltage. That's going to be the 120 for your big flat screen here. And your electronics can go down there, so no wires are visible. Media room. Nice. This is a nice one-story too. Coventry. I'm liking it. Got some good stuff. Let's see if we can see any load bearing. Oh, as we're walking through here, you're probably wondering why they spray that green on the bottom, I don't know, couple of feet. That's bug deterrent. It makes the wood taste bad to bugs, just in case they do get in here, and they will eventually. Ants, termites especially, is what you don't want. It just makes it less tasty to the bugs. Kitchen. So all those boards go in there. That's where the cabinets will hang. So we have the kitchen. We always have a lot going on. This is a vent pipe. Might be a drain line. No, it's a vent pipe. So it goes all the way up to the ceiling, pokes up through there. It's got a cap on top, and it allows air, or it allows your whole plumbing system to be able to drain down into the sewer, but you got to have air to follow it. So that's a vent pipe that goes into your main line, and they just hide it in the kitchen. So yeah, nail guard here, lots of them. That's your gas line for your stove. Here's your gas line. So if you've watched some of my other videos, this is where your stove will connect. They have a gauge right here, pressure gauge, and they'll pressurize the entire gas line for weeks at a time, and they'll make sure that the pressure doesn't drop. But they already took that off. They're ready to hang sheetrock and rock and roll. Nice. So yeah, the kitchen, you always have a lot going on. That is your vent for your stove cooktop. Hood vent. See, the construction manager will come in and write stuff on here. This is your refrigerator. That's your water line. All right, so yeah, I'll put a link to that, to the Coventry Homes in Meridiana. I think that's what I'll call it. Foundation walk. And I'll put a link to both of these, and you can watch them side by side. It's really, really cool to see it at different stages. I don't think this is the same floor plan as that one, but like I said, I'll put a link to it. All right, we'll see you.